So right now I'm just at my desk, back at the desk. This time we are doing revision for a mock exam. We're still doing the collection or mock exam. I'm doing a mock exam. Our neighbour's kids were screaming in the garden, so I didn't work in the garden. All the rooms are occupied. I'm currently in the living room. A Bollywood film is on. How I'm going to get this mock exam done, I don't know how. I took a wee break and it turned into some, I don't want to do this mock exam break. This is going great. This is going great. Oh, it's all aesthetic with the birds and stuff. Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Neetu and I'm an English student at Oxford University. If you can hear noise, again, quarantine things, noise outside, people in the kitchen, I can't do anything about that. But lol, imagine if my neighbours can hear me. That would be so cringy. Today I'm going to be talking about how my first week of... Garjil, I'm trying to record and you're making a lot of noise. So today I'm going to be talking about how my first week of doing Oxford from home online went, and I'm not going to lie, it was so rough. On my channel, for those of you who've seen my other videos, on my channel I always talk about how hard Oxford is and how much work we have and just how many things you have to balance and just time management and stuff like that. But at home it was a whole different level and it was so weird, and I think some of you will relate to me on this one, where it was just weird to see my two worlds come together, like my world of like Oxford and academics in this world that my parents don't necessarily understand, my family don't necessarily understand, a world that I don't even necessarily understand nor think I fully belong to. And seeing that kind of come into my living room with my parents at the back, drinking their cha, watching TV, a Bollywood film on in the background, me trying to write my essay, like, it was mad. But what's amazing about it is it's Saturday now and we've reached the end of the week. Oxford terms, they start on a Sunday rather than a Monday, so week 2 starts tomorrow, which is Sunday. And I'm done the week. I've done my 2 essays, I did my 2 mock exams, I did my 2 tutorials. I didn't clock that we had lectures online, so I'll sort that out later. But I did it. I got it done. I slept in today because yesterday I didn't sleep that much, and I just feel so I feel more relaxed and just relieved. And I think, I don't know, a few tips of mine would just be like, and these aren't necessarily like practical kind of tips. My head shape looks weird. Okay. I don't know. These aren't necessarily like practical tips. These are more so like tips on how to manage doing term at home, like emotionally, I guess, and things that you can do to work on your own, I don't know, your own like confidence and grit and stuff like that. So one of the main things I would say is it's a hard process. Because it's a hard process, don't be hard on yourself. Like the fact that this is difficult, and a lot of us have huge families, a lot of us have family commitments, some of us are carers. We're learning skills that we wouldn't have otherwise learned, like patience, cooperation, positivity, stuff like that. Like I'm trying so hard to understand that my family members, you know, have their own stuff as well. They have their own commitments, their own worries, their own priorities. And even though writing my essay that night or writing my essay that morning is my priority, it's not theirs, quite frankly. And like, you just have to kind of make peace with the fact that you all have different priorities. And yeah, like for example, you can hear noise now in the background. I can't expect them to deny themselves of a space that equally belongs to theirs. Like, we equally live here and we equally have to like cooperate. Yeah, so number 1 is just, it's a hard process, therefore do not be hard on yourself. Why would you make this process any more difficult than it already needs to be by being hard on yourself, by being mean to yourself? And I think this first week I was really hard on myself. I was just like, why can't I get the reading done? Why didn't I get the reading done way in advance? How could I have, when, you know, there's so much going on in my household? Having, you know, family members constantly interrupt, and, you know, not for the wrong reasons, like just maybe my mum saying, you know, do you want something to eat, or can you do the dishes, or like, you know, just having that communication that's always constant, that is quite difficult. Like doing my mock exam with so much interruption, with so much noise, was really, really jarring, and I got to a point where I was just like, I'm not doing it. Like, but yeah, you just have to be patient with yourself and patient with the process. And to be quite honest, this first week has taught me so much more than a first week in Oxford would have taught me. Like, I've had to be so much more patient, so much more like cooperative. I've had to realize that my priorities are not the world's priorities. And something that I struggled a lot with at Oxford was I'm in this, like, I'm always writing these abstract essays in these abstract worlds of academia with these tutors, not actually making any difference to the world. Like, what is my weekly essay going to achieve? And that's something I always struggled with. And as someone who's quite passionate about stuff like access and inequality and stuff like that, and like, I just deep that, like, what the hell am I doing writing these essays? Like, they're not going to make a difference. So yeah, I guess this video is to kind of just say this week was a bit of a shambles. I ended up having to work really, really late into the night while everyone else was asleep to make sure that I could get my work done efficiently with no interruption. I ended up having to work, you know, post 12 a.m. Basically, my sister is currently making Nando's, and it's bare cute. She's made like beanie burgers for the vegetarians, like peri chicken, like wings, garlic bread, and like peri-nays and all of that. So yeah, if you can hear noise and stuff in the background, it's them cooking. But yeah, what I was saying is just that I feel like this week has taught me so much, and I can already tell how different this term is going to be. I remember talking to my friend Ben, and we were talking about how this term is probably going to be the healthiest term that we've ever had at Oxford, because at Oxford all we think about is I've got to go to this, then I've got this essay due, then I've got this lecture, then I've got this event, then I've got to meet this friend and go to this class and da-da-da. And alright, we can hear them screaming. This is great. This is great. I need your help. So yeah, so one of the first tips that I would say is don't be hard on yourself, because the process is a hard one. So being hard on yourself is just not going to help. Number 2 is sometimes you may have to be flexible in ways that you don't want to be. And sometimes that means, you know, the whole crackhead working from 12 a.m. onwards that I had to do this week. The third thing that I would say is try and do as much as you can in preparation. And I know that's really hard, and this is coming from someone who knows it's hard. I know how hard it is to try and get your work done in preparation, with everyone being annoying, everyone making noise, people interrupting, people having their own priorities, not recognizing your priorities. So yeah, the last thing that I would say is communicate to your loved ones that you have priorities in as patient of a way as you can. Communicate to them that you're tired, that they should be quiet if you're trying to sleep, they should be quiet if you're trying to study. But also communicate with your professors, with your tutors. If they're expecting you to have a normal term but at home, I don't know why I did that like some weird dancer. If they're expecting you to have a normal term at home, that's a very abnormal expectation for them to make. So be honest with them about what your situation, what your circumstances are, and sympathize with yourself. This is hard, man. Studying at home is bloody hard, and a lot of us have just given up, and I gave up for a long time until, you know, the deadlines were calling and it got very sticky. Snoopy! Snoop! Yeah, I'm just sending loads of love and support to students now, to students everywhere. We're working hard and we're trying our best to be normal and to keep our priorities in check, which is our education, whatever stage that is at. And I have so much respect to you guys for keeping at it. Because, alright, like, it's just so hard, and it's so draining to have to constantly explain yourself. I feel like at Oxford, the privileges that I had were that I had my own bedroom, I had my own desk, I had a desk, I had my own bathroom, I had a scout or someone who would clean our bins for us on a regular basis, who would clean our rooms for us. I had the dining hall, I had school cafe, I had the college cafe where we could have food without having to actually cook it. Like, those privileges were mad, and it made Oxford as an experience so much easier than doing it at home. Like, I genuinely think this is going to be, and this is, trust me, this is after a week of having a breakdown, week of literally giving up and coming to, like, just being like, you know what, I should just rusticate, I should just suspend from Oxford, because it will probably make these next weeks so much easier and I can just start from scratch. But I was so close, like this close to leaving Oxford for a year, and I was just like, you know what, I'm not having it, I'm not doing it. I feel like I'm ready and I'm okay to do this, and I've done week 1 of 8 weeks. Our term is only 8 weeks, I've only got 7 weeks left, so yeah, we're there. And to anyone who is in an Oxford term or a Cambridge term, I'm sending so much love and strength to you for getting this done, especially to people who are doing Ramadan as well on top of that, like sending so much respect to you guys. But yeah, this is just kind of me saying that I've had my first week at Oxford. It was bloody hard. Doing it in a quarantine, doing it in a pandemic was terrifying, and I came this close to giving up, and I know I might have that feeling again in the next 7 weeks. But genuinely just sending so much strength, so much support and love to you guys for doing it. Yeah, comment down below how things are going for you. I'm gonna reply to as many comments as I can. And yeah, let's start up a conversation of how we're coping. Some more videos will be coming up. I'm going to try and do more light-hearted ones. I'm going to try and do a TikTok one where me and my siblings learn how to learn the TikTok dances. Snoopy's just sitting there and I just want to give him a kiss and hug him because he's so fluffy. And Snoopy, come Snoopy! Hi! Say hi! Say hi to the camera! Hi! Hi! Not gonna lie, a massive highlight is that I get to do my term with Snoopy. And he's so small and he's amazing. Okay, say bye. Please like, comment, and he hates me. Please like, please comment, please subscribe, please share, please turn on your notifications as well. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.